sort of to the tune of Jolene, which I am obviously not musically inclined. I am science inclined. I'm Morgan. I'm a registered dietitian. Science is my jam, not singing. Today we're going to dive into choline, specifically for plant-based eaters, and also, whether or not you need a supplement, what that might look like, and so kind of just some food sources as well. So choline is something that I am super passionate about. Reason being is that most Americans, like 90% of Americans, aren't getting enough choline, and like 95% of pregnant women are not getting enough choline. Reason being is that for many people, even if they're taking a multivitamin, this is not in there. Even in a lot of those prenatals, so choline, this is the capsule, it's pretty decent size, at least the one that I have here. But choline is responsible in helping prevent neural tube defects. Actually, a deficiency can cause non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and it can cause a whole bunch of issues, sort of, if there was a deficiency later on down the road. I mean, we don't, honestly, right now, we don't really have a great way of measuring it, but what we do know is that most people aren't getting enough. So I personally think it's super important, particularly for women who are trying to conceive or who are pregnant, to get enough choline, and for plant-based eaters. Reason being is that choline is most frequently found in animal-based products, because you're getting it straight from the animal, just like you with humans. And so eggs are a really good source, specifically the egg yolk. So if you just ate egg beaters or something, or just egg whites, you're not going to get the choline. Also in any kind of beef, chicken, pork, all that stuff has a decent amount of choline. For example, in 3 ounces of beef, you have 27% of the choline for the day. In 1 egg, you have about 25% of the choline for the day. So if you had 2 eggs, you're already halfway there. But if you're vegan or mostly predominantly plant-based and you're not getting choline, you have to eat a more diverse diet, which for some people is totally fine and totally doable. So for example, 1 cup of brown rice in 1 full cup has 3% of choline, not so much. Meanwhile, a half a cup of cooked kidney beans has 7%. Beans, legumes, nuts, and seeds, and then also in whole grains are going to be the best sources for plant-based foods. But again, there are some populations where more is needed. And let's actually talk about how much you need. So the recommendation is 425 milligrams a day for most healthy adults. And again, most people are not at that level at all. And for pregnant women, it goes up to 450 milligrams per day. For lactating women, people who are breastfeeding, it actually goes to 550 milligrams a day, which is a hefty dose, especially when I was telling you that, an egg only has 25%, 3 ounces of beef has 27%, and those are some of the richest sources. Otherwise, you just have to eat a large volume of the plant-based foods to get close. So I do supplement, just because for me personally, it's not really something I want to mess around with. And each one of these pills are less than 25 cents. So it just, for me, feels like a no-brainer. So again, this is the NutriCost choline. So this one, I will say, is economical, so less than 25 cents per pill, but there's 300 milligrams per capsule. So I do eat a very wide variety of plant-based foods, and so for me personally, I feel like this is getting me close, right? This is 70%, and knowing what I eat, I know that I'm eating it with, I eat a lot of beans, I eat a lot of whole grains, I eat nuts and seeds every single day. So I don't have as much worry or doubt that I'm not there with this particular supplement. Again, depending on what your diet and intake is like, you may think that you need something different. But if you have any questions about what that might look like for you, comment below, and I'd love to help you out if I can. So again, this is something I found on Amazon. I'll put the link below. But again, choline in general, 90% of people are not getting enough of, and it's something that you really just don't want to mess around, especially if you're trying to conceive or if you're pregnant yourself or breastfeeding. So again, it's not in a lot of multivitamins, and it may be something that you need to supplement on the side. So just keep that in mind, and I hope that this was helpful. I know that when I first started digging in and learning more about choline, I found it fascinating. So I won't keep singing for you like I did in the beginning. I'll just keep doing research for you and sharing it here. So again, I hope this was helpful. Subscribe to catch a new video every week. Also check down below, I have other videos on zinc and on CoQ10 that you might be interested in. But until next time, keep it kind, y'all.